Hey there everyone, Peyton Womack with CloudCoins.us here. Going to go over some of the basics for using CloudCoins, specifically how to set up a Proton Mail account for yourself to use. So let's go ahead and open up Proton Mail. If you don't know how to get to Proton Mail, that's okay. I'll go ahead and show you how to get there to their website from Google right now. So go ahead and just jump to Google, type in Proton Mail, and it should be the very first link, ProtonMail.com. You can go ahead and either click Login up at the top right, or you can click Get Your Encrypted Email Account. Go ahead and click this, and we're going to go ahead and select the type of Proton Mail account we have. There's, of course, the free one, which comes with about 500 megabytes of storage, and you're capped at about 150 emails per day. There are paid accounts, but it's probably not what you need. You're welcome to look at those options. You're going to go ahead and need to create an account. I'm going to just make a random one. I want CloudCoins at ProtonMail.com. That's perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and put a password in here. Let's see. There we go. Pop that guy in there. All right. And this recovery email is always a good option to throw in there in case you forget your password. Basically, you can, put your other email or a secondary email in case you need to reset the password. That is what the password reset would go to, is this email address here. So I'm going to go ahead and create the account. Okay, so this is kind of a long process here, but just give it time. Basically, you need to prove that you're a real person. Right now, it's having me select all of the street signs on these images to try to verify that I'm not a computer. I went ahead and didn't make it, so now it's having me do cars. And okay. Perfect. If you have problems with it, just keep going until it lets you verify. When you first get into Proton Mail, you're going to get some pop-ups of some emails. These are just standard emails that come on every account, and it just gives you an idea of how to use the software and some information. Go ahead and choose your display name here. I encourage you not to use real information here, but maybe information that you can use to help identify you that you may remember really easily. So here's some information about how to lay out and just some other information about the basics, how to manage your labels, get support if you need any. You can go ahead and close out of this, and I'm going to take a look at these emails, get help and support, iOS and Mac, and Android apps, and it just gives us some more information. I've seen these. I'm going to go ahead and delete them, and they're gone. And okay, our email account is set up for now. That is about all we need to set up a free account. Just remember your username and your password, and that should be about it. I'm going to go ahead and just confirm that I can sign back in here real quick. Oh yeah, while I'm thinking of it, let's go ahead and show you guys how to add this Proton Mail bookmark to your bookmark bar and rename it to just Proton Mail, so you don't always have to go to Google and find it. Pretty easy process. Again, you just click the little thing next to the lock on the URL, and that's it. All right, I'm just waiting. Let's go ahead and make sure that the account I just created still works. Make sure I didn't forget my password already. That actually happens to me quite often. I can imagine, just like you guys, we have to create all kinds of user accounts and remember all kinds of passwords every day. So let's go ahead and test this and make sure that we can get back in here if needed. I went ahead and wrote it down here. I'm just going to paste it in. Oh, there it is. And all right, looks like I wrote it down correctly, and I am back in my email box with nothing going on because I deleted those first ones. And that's about it. So now we're going to go ahead and go to CloudCoin Consortium and download the newest consumer's edition of their software. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to Google, just in case you don't know how to go there, and just type in CloudCoin. If you start to type in Consortium, you'll go ahead and see it right there as your first option, cloudcoinconsortium.com. This is what it should look like. That's right. We're going to go ahead and go to Use. And we're going to scroll down. We'll see an image of the newest software there. That's what we're getting. Windows Consumer Edition. Scroll down. You can click on it right here. You can also scroll down just a little bit more here and click on Consumer's Edition. See that it came out November 1st of 2017. That was only 4 days ago. So let's go ahead and run that. And let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do this actually on all the other browsers. So I'm going to open up Mozilla Firefox. I'm going to open up Opera and Windows Edge. Make sure that those work correctly. Basically, we've had lots of questions with people not being sure where these things go, and every single one of the browsers on Windows is generally always going to push things into the downloads folder. So your user profile and then your downloads folder. Now, if you purposefully changed this at some point or another, they won't go there. But if you did change this, you likely did it on purpose and you know where they're going. So as we can see here, it's the same website on every single one of these. It downloads the same file, same size. I'm going to go ahead and delete these extra ones and start back at the beginning. So we're going to go back to the downloads. There is my CloudCoin CE.msi. I'm going to go ahead and run it. And yes, I do want to run this. And we'll go ahead and read through this stuff. The standard place, program files, x86, CloudCoin Consortium. That's all perfect. I'm just going to make it for me. And I'm going to go ahead and install it. If you have any problems with this, you can always contact us at cloudcoin.helpdesk@protonmail.com. And we're always happy to walk you guys through how to use this software. So, looks like that finished installing. I'm going to go ahead and move this desktop icon here. And you see here's my Founders Edition and my Consumer Edition. I just want to do a little bit of cleaning up so it's a little bit easier for me to find where these files are. So it looks like if you try to open up file location, it just brings you to the desktop. That's no good. So we're going to have to go the long way. Let's go ahead and open up Program Files x86. We see CloudCoins Consortium up here at the top. Remember, this is where we installed it. And I'm going to go ahead and see that there's the actual file right there, CloudCoin CE. I want to drag, right-click and drag and let go on the desktop and create a shortcut to this file. I don't want to copy it, and I certainly don't want to move it. I want to create a shortcut so that it's easier for me to find it without messing up the file structure. And then also, you'll notice that there is a secondary file inside of your documents. Now, this is where your actual bank and your exports and your imports, these all live right here. So let's go ahead and create a shortcut for that. I'm going to rename it so it's easier to find. Program file shortcut, that seems good. And there's my shortcut for the documents. Documents. Shortcut, perfect. I'm going to throw both of these into a folder just to make it a little bit easier and not get too cluttered on the desktop. We're just going to call this CloudCoin Consumer Edition. And there we go. If I can spell consumer, perfect. And let's go ahead and move that up there. Let's move this guy right here and drag and drop these two shortcuts. Again, we didn't copy or move those. We created shortcuts to them. Now that we're all organized, let's go ahead and run it for the first time. Looks like my antivirus is going to make sure that it's a safe file. Great. Avast has no problem with it. I'm going to go ahead and agree to this disclaimer and wait for it to open up for the first time. Bam, there we go. That looks familiar. All right, and in here we can see all the different denominations. It looks a little foreign, but that's okay. We'll go over that in a different tutorial a little bit later. Just want to make sure that that guy is running and make sure that our shortcuts are correctly working. We can find our files, because this is a very important part about this, is not losing where your files are going or where they're stored. So I'm liking this. This looks really easy to find. I've got all my folders here. All right, we have all of our work done and we're ready to get some CloudCoins. Let's go ahead and show you guys how to purchase some CloudCoins from cloudcoins.us. So first thing we're going to do is jump onto Google in case you don't know how to get there, and you can go ahead and type in cloudcoins.us into Google here, and it should be the very first option. You can always just type it into the URL bar as well. Once you get here, make sure it looks like this. This is our website. We want you to go ahead and grab up here so you can bookmark this page if you feel like it. You can also drag it onto your desktop if that's easier. I'm just going to edit it here and make it a little smaller. Nice, that looks clean. Okay, and if I just click on it again, yep, it takes me back to CloudCoins. Great. All right, and once back on the page, you can learn about what makes CloudCoin unique and why you should invest. There's some great information on there. Go ahead and take a look at it. But when you're ready to go ahead and shop, what I'm going to have you do is click on the shop button here, and you're going to pick the package that you want to get. I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick test here on the starters pack. So once you've figured out, which thing you want and which discount it comes with and all that, if you have questions, shoot us a call. But we're going to do the starters pack for now. I'm going to go ahead and select it now, and I'm going to do just 2 in the quantity. So that gives me basically 20,000 CloudCoins. Each one is 10,000. And I've updated the cart here. You see it's for $1,700. We're going to proceed to checkout. And here you go ahead and just put in a name. Go ahead and put a fake name in here. I don't need you to put a real name in. And as soon as you do that, type in your email address. And this needs to be a real email address that we can get you back at. So please put real information in here that you can remember, but it doesn't actually have to be housed to you. If you have any additional notes or questions, please put it here. Once you are good with the amount of information that you have put in here, go ahead and double check that the order looks right. And you'll notice here that this is a direct bank transfer. You'll have to sign into your bank to process the payment. So when you press place order, you're not actually going to get sent any coins. You're going to get sent the information to wire transfer over to our account. So here you'll see we have a check order for, we have a order number of 582 done on November 5th of 2017 for $1,700. And basically all you need to do is look at this information here. You'll see that we have an address. You'll see how much it's for and how long it can take. And you need to just keep this information here. You're going to have to sign into your bank and put this information in to go ahead and do a wire transfer. Most online and mobile editions of online banking will allow you to do these wire transfers directly from the website or the mobile app. You do not have to go in to the bank itself. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick screenshot here using the snippet tool, which is built into Windows. And this is just for my own peace of mind. I'm sure they emailed me something, but just in case I didn't get it, this is a way of knowing and keeping track. I'm going to save this and just put it into my Windows pictures. And that looks perfect. I'm just going to call it here my order number 582. Yep. And 582. Let's see, I may not like with the pound sign in there. Okay, awesome, it did. Close this. All right, so now we have the information we need. We've backed up that information. How do I actually start this wire transfer? I'm going to show you guys using my bank Personally, I'm going to remove some sensitive information, of course, but that's okay. I just want you to kind of have an idea of what you guys need to do whenever you purchase from us. Now, this is again going to be different with each vendor that you interact with, but anybody who does wire transferring, these steps will work pretty much interchangeably. So I'm going to go ahead and go to chase.com, which happens to be my bank. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And let's see, 1 second here. Let's type in username and password. We're going to sign in. And no, I'm not going to save that. And we're going to close this. And okay, up at the top left, we have several options. I'm going to go to pay and transfer and to wire transfer. Oh, looks like I got an error. I know why this is. I have the screen about half the size it should be. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to drag this screen out to be just a smidgen bit bigger. And then we'll go ahead and try this again. So you see here, I'm going to drag it out. Yes. Nice. Okay, and then we're going to try again. Pay and transfer wire money. Perfect. Okay. Looks like it's not giving us the error this time. Let's just make sure. Okay, great. And we're going to go down to select recipient, and we'll notice there that I do not have anything there for this website or this purchase. So first thing I'm going to have to do is click here to add another recipient. So go ahead and click there. And this is where that information that CloudCoins.us is going to go ahead and give you. So first things first, you're going to have to do some verifications depending on your bank and how your security is set up. This one is just going to send me a notification code through my cell phone, and I have to type it in. Now, they only give you about 2 minutes or so to type it in. I'm going to go ahead and pick my cell phone here. 1 second. Send text message to. Great. And this will be more or less the same process that any of you using Chase will have to do. This is just to protect yourself. This information is only gone to Chase. It doesn't come to us or go to anybody else. This is just Chase proving that you are who you are so that they can allow money to be transferred from your account to another account via transfer. So it looks like the code came in. Go ahead and type it in here. Let's see, click, and that should be it. Okay, great. Looks like it accepted that code. Here is where I can go ahead and select the recipient's name. I'm going to do this as their website name, cloudcoins.us. You know what? I think this should be the nickname because it shows over here on the left that this is for account Logic Inc. So I'm going to go ahead and change that and type in Logic with 2 I's and then a space, Inc. And we're going to go ahead and go down. I believe that if you scroll just up a hair, you should be able to see the address. So let's, 1 second, let's minimize this. There we go, and there's the address. Let's just go ahead and copy this. You can, of course, just copy and paste it from the top there. I'm just writing it in just to give you examples of what it is. You can always use this as a cheat sheet, if you will. We got Chico, California. We don't have a province or region, so we'll go ahead and skip that and scroll down, do our zip code 95928, which is again posted right there at the top of the left-hand screen. And I'm going to go ahead and do the order number again here. So order number 582. I'm not sure if this will have a problem with us having that pound sign in there. So no, we are not. Oh, we are located in U.S. territory. Sorry, read that wrong. Oh, hold on, let me read through this here. You know, it looks like that we do not want this on. I'm going to leave it on yes. Unable to complete transaction. Let's see what that's about. Scroll down. Okay, so yeah, it does not like the fact that there's a pound sign in there. And so let's go ahead and just remove that and just do order 582. And let's try to process that payment one more time. And next. And success. Okay. So now we need to put in the bank's routing information, and on ours, over on the left-hand side, looks like Umpqua Bank uses this as a sort code. They don't actually call it their routing number. It's called their sort code. So it's that 123205054. Just give me a quick second here, and I'm going to write that up. Make sure I have that just for my own records. So, okay, looks like I'm going to go ahead and type that in now. I've got it saved here on my notepad. And okay, that looks correct. Go next. Yes, it should go through. Perfect. Okay, we see the, okay, look, when we typed in that routing number, it automatically populated Umpqua Bank in the United States. So we know that that's the right sorting or routing number. So now we just need to put in the account number of the account we are trying to transfer funds to, which is the account number 4864112935. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy it here just to make sure you don't accidentally send the money to the wrong account. There's nothing we can do if that happens. So I'm going to go ahead and do message to recipient again here as order 582. It is not an intermediary bank, so go ahead and say no to this. You can receive wire transfers, right? Yeah. So we're not using an intermediary bank, so we're going to go ahead and say no and move forward. Awesome. It looks like we're almost finished here. We see the recipient's name, we see our nickname, we see the address. Confirm all this information is correct. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. We got a memo there. We see the bank's routing number up at the top there, and our order. So that is ready to go. Once you are here, all you have to do is add the recipient. And now we see here that this person or this recipient has been added to our bank for future wire transfers. Of course, if you're done with this and you don't plan on purchasing more CloudCoins, at least from this location, you can always remove this. You do not need to keep this recipient in your wire transfers history. You see here now where it used to just say Google Apps, it now also says CloudCoins.us. So we're going to go ahead and schedule a wire. And we see wire from our account, wire to the CloudCoins account. And we want it to be on, looks like the next business day is going to be on 11/6 of 2017. We've got the order 582, and we've got a memo here. Again, you could do order 582. You don't really need to do it that many times. We're going to get the information we need. I'm going to go ahead and figure out exactly what it was again. It was $1,700 total to get the 20,000 coins. So once that is done, we're going to go ahead and say next. I don't need to do any memo. Maybe I should do a memo. It's not really necessary. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and skip it. Okay, we're almost finished. We see the amount of money that's being sent there, that we will likely get a transaction fee. And again, this goes on both sides. So you guys are going to get hit, and so are we. It's going to give us all this basic information again, let us know that it might not run till the next day. And then all you have to do is schedule the wire, and you are done. This will start the process. It takes 1 to 2 business days if it's under $10,000. And once we get approved, processed notification from our bank, we will go ahead and email you all the information that you need. You don't have to do anything after you do this step. This just starts the transfer of your funds, It goes from your bank to our bank. And if you do run into any questions whatsoever, please feel free to shoot us a call as soon as you can, 530-500-2349. We are always here to help, and we are happy to answer any questions, whether they do support or sales. And, we're just happy to see this thing grow. Now, let's go ahead and make sure that we can still access our Proton Mail account. And remember what the access is. I want CloudCoins at ProtonMail.com. Go ahead and type in your password here. That's going to just pop that in real quick. And let's make sure I can actually log in here. Oh, got to do the right password first. Okay, it looks like I'm logging in here. And do I have any emails? I don't see any emails. Let me go ahead and refresh it real quick. Oh, you know what? There it is. It's in my spam. So there it is, your CloudCoins.us order. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to the inbox here. We're going to take a look at it. We see it's from us. It's got the same information that we saw on that other page that we took a snapshot of. So that's okay. We just have redundant information. That's not ever a bad thing. So as long as that is working correctly, I have no reason to think that it's not going through right now. I won't receive another email until my payment has either processed successfully or has failed. And once that happens, we will go ahead and reach out to you and let you know, and we can work on figuring out what happened in the process. Now, let's say that 2 days has gone by, just for the sake of not actually having to wait 2 full days for that wire transfer to process. So bam, with some movie magic, we're going to go ahead and say it's 2 days later. The email has been sent. Looks like we have 2 emails. First one is from CloudCoins.us. It's letting us know that your wire transfer was successfully processed, and that they'll be sending a secondary email with the CloudCoins to Pwned as soon as possible. That will self-destruct after 2 hours of the email being sent. Looks like they gave me a temporary password to access the coins. Now, this is only necessary if you're not using a Proton Mail account. If you're using Gmail or Yahoo, this is the way to keep it secure and encrypted. Well, that concludes part 1 of the basics of CloudCoins. Go ahead and check out part 2 for more advanced. All right, in this second email they sent us, we can see now that there is an expiration date of 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 0 seconds. There is a countdown timer going. Check out the attachments. There they are. We see the 2 starter packs for 10,000 CloudCoins apiece. So this is where people get kind of confused. Once it's in the email, you got to make sure that you download the attachments, just like you would a picture from somebody or a document from somebody. Once you download it, it's going to go to wherever Windows' default location for downloads is. In my system, again, it is the downloads folder for my user profile. We see my 2 stacks of 10,000 right there. So that's what I'm going to use to import in. So I have the coins now. I have to be careful though, because until that email self-destructs, I could accidentally try to download those again if I forget where I'm at. You don't want to do that. You almost want to just delete that email as soon as possible to protect yourself from getting counterfeits. So first thing, I want to pwn these as soon as possible, since right now they technically still belong to somebody else until I pwn them. So we'll come up here and we're going to say pwn now. We'll see that it default opens up the import folder, which is empty. We know the stacks are in the downloads folder. So let's go ahead and do the first one. We're going to open it. And we see here that it is processing these. We had a total of 40 coins imported in, which is up in the top right. 10,000 coins. That worked beautifully and very fast. And let's go ahead and do that second stack. You'll notice the first stack is gone. That's good. We want it to be gone because it's inside your bank. So now we run the second one. Bam, another 40 put in. It is processing them, and we notice now at the top right, we have 20,000 coins. At this point, they are in our bank, and we can select different amounts, and we can export these out and pay people or give them to people or just test it around. You just kind of mess around with it until you understand it a little bit better, and it's just like learning anything new. So we go back to the downloads, we double check there is no copies of those coins, so we can't accidentally try to put them back in. So that is great. So now that I've pwned them and then they're in my bank, what does that mean? How do I actually see where my money is? What happens if this program breaks or something like that? I can go ahead and come into these folders, which I created, the document shortcut and program shortcut, and we'll go into the bank and bam, you can see all of your coins in here. You do not have to actually export them out, though it does make things considerably easier. But once they are pwned, they belong to you. Exporting is just an easier way to put them all together to send to somebody. Again, they belong to you once you pwn them. So importing or pwning is the most important thing. So again, once we actually decide that we want to export something, we're going to go back into the software. We're going to click, we've got 20,000 up here. I want to do a stack, and I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe 1,000. Yeah, okay, good, 1,000. Let's go ahead and just type something in here. You don't have to type anything in here. It can be left completely blank, or if it just helps you remember who it's for or what it's for. So I'm going to give this to a friend. I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and export this 1,000 CloudCoins. And are you sure? Yes, I am sure. Boom. That stack is down there. You notice up at the top right, I'm at 19,000 instead of 20,000. And this is in the same location that it always is. It's in the documents, the CloudCoin CE, and then now that we've exported it, it goes to the export folder. So it's no longer in the bank, which is why our bank only shows 19,000 now. So once we've exported this 10,000, what can we do with this? Well, now that we have it and we know where it is, let's say we wanted to email it to a friend of ours to show them how it works or to pay them back for something that we owe them. Maybe they bought lunch for us last week, or anything that you can possibly think of. That's the awesome part about these CloudCoins. You can really transfer them in any way you want, and that's just it's so simple and so fast. So we come back in here, we're going to notice that here's the original email. It still has an hour and 49 minutes or so on there. Those are the coins. If I tried to download those again, they're going to be counterfeits because those are bad copies at this point. So do not try to download those again, or you are going to run into some confusions. So here, I'm just going to email it to a random email that I know, which is sales@cloudcoins.us. And I'm just going to do a quick test. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and say, check out these cool CloudCoins. Okay, perfect. Let's just say, hey. And, maybe check these out and attach. And again, it's going to default to its location. I could go to the downloads, but they're not going to be in the downloads because, again, we just exported them. So we go to documents. We go to CloudCoin CE, which is Consumers Edition. And just to make this a little easier, I'm going to drag this folder and drop it in the quick access for Windows 10. So see how it's there. Quickly and easily able to access, and bam, there is my 10,000. I've just attached them, and at this point, they are ready to be sent. They still belong to you until the person you send them to pwns them. So it's very important when you're sharing these with your friends or your family or colleagues, that you let them know that they understand that. Just in case you're sharing it with somebody who's not on ProtonMail, say they're using Gmail or they're using Yahoo, you can encrypt this for non-ProtonMail users, which is pretty cool because they don't have to have an account, but you allow them to still access this information encrypted, so you don't have to worry about anybody seeing what you're doing here. So this is just a free feature of the Proton Mail, and that's all you have to do to send it. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of this because I do not want to send it here. I'm going to delete this draft. And that's just the basic usage of how to actually get coins and how to start utilizing them. We're going to have some more tutorials on some more advanced things that you can do with this, including exporting to pictures, just so you can actually see the bills themselves, and how to use the software on your mobile apps, because it is fully supported on both Android and Mac OS X. Thanks for taking the time to look at this, and let us know if you have any questions. Have a good one.